Hello everyone, welcome to Explore Hop. So for this example, we're told that in a class, 40% of students are male and 60% of students are female. 35% of students have black hair, 10% of students have brown hair, and 55% of students have blonde hair. 15% of students are male with black hair, and 20% of students are female with black hair. For part A, we're asked what is the probability of a randomly selected student either being male or having black hair. And for part B, we're asked what is the probability of a randomly selected student having either brown or blonde hair. Let's first start with part A. First, let's define the following events. We'll let event A be the event that a randomly selected student is male. And we'll let event B be the event where a randomly selected student has black hair. Now, in order to find the probability of a randomly selected student either being male or having black hair, we need to find the probability of the union of events A and B. And we see that events A and B are not mutually exclusive because we can have some students that are male and have black hair. So in order to find the probability of the union of events A and B, we will use this formula, where the probability of the union of events A and B is equal to the probability of event A plus the probability of event B minus the probability of the intersection of events A and B. Now, we just need to find the probability of some of these events. So the probability of event A is equal to 40%, since 40% of the class are male. The probability of event B is equal to 35%, since 35% of students have black hair. And we're also told in the question that the probability of the intersection of events A and B, which is the probability of a student being both male and having black hair, is equal to 15%, since 15% of students are male with black hair. Now we can go ahead and find the probability of the union of events A and B. So the probability of the union of events A and B is therefore equal to 40%, which is the probability of event A, plus 35%, which is the probability of event B, minus 15%, which is the probability of the intersection of event A and B. And this is just equal to 60%. And that gives us the probability of a student being either male or having black hair. Now let's move on to part B. So for part B, we now want to find the probability of a randomly selected student having either brown or blonde hair. First, let's start by defining the following events. Let's let event C be the event that a randomly selected student has brown hair. And we'll let event D be the event that a randomly selected student has blonde hair. Now, in order to find the probability of a randomly selected student having either brown or blonde hair, we want to find the probability of the union of events C and D. But in this case, we can see that events C and D are mutually exclusive, since a student can't have both brown hair and blonde hair at the same time. So to find the probability of the union of events C and D, we're going to use this formula, where the probability of the union of events C and D is just equal to the probability of event C plus the probability of event D. And from the question, the probability of event C is equal to 10%, since 10% of students have brown hair. And the probability of event D is equal to 55%, since 55% of students have blonde hair. So we add 55%. And this is just equal to 65%. And that gives us the probability of a randomly selected student either having brown or blonde hair. And that's it for this example. Thank you for joining us. See you in the next lesson.